Welcome aboard. Time to get started. This session is about a paraliminal called joy. Now, let me set the stage for this because there's been an interesting pattern that I've noticed throughout my study of human potential. First of all, when I learned meditation practices, I learned that what we want to do is we want to visualize ourselves as if we were residing in a cave in the space where our heart exists. We're a meditator in a cave, and the breath is flowing out and in through this place of the heart. Much more recent technology called heart math, their most important meditation is called the heart lock, which is exactly that, where you breathe joy, peace, gratitude, love, and forgiveness out into the world, and you do the same back into you, into that place of your heart. Now, according to the indigenous of South America, the soul self and the human physical form come together at some point and is birthed into the world. The belief is, according to some ancient traditions, that the divine or the soul is connected in a place that's in the middle of the brain. And the spirit is where the heart is, a little spot in the center between the four chambers of the heart. And the idea is we are here in this world to contribute wholeheartedly all of our gifts into this human family, to bring our spirit into the world and to live wholeheartedly. But what happens? Very early on, we encounter the traumas of the world. And when we get a big setback, a failure, a hurt, get wounded in some way, emotionally, mentally, physically, what happens is a split occurs between that spiritual presence that we are and that human presence that we are. And we put in that split a lot of mistaken assumptions about what's really happened. We put mythical fears. We put erroneous conclusions into that place. So when that heals, when it comes together, there's still a bit of a darkness inside of us that sometimes can haunt us well into later parts of our lives. Working with a Dr. Asen, who developed eidetic psychotherapy, the way he described it is that when we endure trauma in our early years, through our family system is our primary place, what happens is the essence of our heart withdraws from the fleshiness of our heart. And that withdrawal is an attempt to try to protect us from what? From the world that we feel that we might be victimized by. Well, the idea is if we come to realize the truth about who we are, the world really can't harm us, and that many of the fears that we have are actually erroneous conclusions of what actually happened in our early years, then what we can do is we can begin to let the essence of our heart come back into that fleshiness of our heart and start to live once again wholeheartedly as we did when we came into the world as an infant, here, open, vulnerable, loving, connected, looking to bring into the world the true light that we are. So this joy paraliminal comes right to this energy of the heart, because joy and passion is a place that resides right here. If you could think of times in your life when you are naturally most joyful, you were fully connected to that spiritual truth of who you are. That natural joy, that natural light of your being came out into the world. I've had the privilege of raising 3 children with my wife, all 3 boys. And then we were gifted 3 beautiful grandchildren as well. And to be able to watch that natural expression, that pure innocence, that absolute light, and to see them light up with joy to connect with what's meaningful and valuable to them, it's unmistakable. The whole being, all of the energy in a person's being is lined up. If you've ever had the experience of getting goosebumps all over, it's when your soul self and your physical form reconnect and experience real truth. When you hear something that's true, goosebumps all over the body. That's the energy of joy. It's a natural expression of who you are. So the joy paraliminal is bringing you to that. The metaphor within it is that of a sculptor bringing out of the form of a perfect piece of marble the perfect expression that the sculptor desires to show to the world. In the same way, in the process of the paraliminal, you're sculpting your emotional life to live wholeheartedly, to bring all of your true gifts and talents and contributions into the world. And there's never been a time in human history more important for you to show up big and bring that big heart, that pure joy, that passion that resides here into expression for the good of all. Thank you very much for being with me today. Great to see you, and enjoy the joy paraliminal. I hope you're able to have it. If you don't have it, listen to some paraliminal that will remind you of that joy energy and live wholeheartedly into your purpose and your passion today. Peace and blessings.